คุณเฮลี่หน่อยไปไหน 2-3 วันเป็นยังไงบ้าง
So now
ออกไปข้างนอกไปหาเพื่อนแล้วเป็นไงบ้าง
he says he wants to ask Haley that now that she went away for 2 or 3 days to see her friends, how was it? How was your experience?
Away or here?
Now that you went away to see your friends?
Now how is it when I came back?
Well, or when you were there, he asked how was your experience now that you went away for 2 or 3 days? So maybe you can talk about when you were there and when you came back.
Okay, yeah. So it was amazing. Like I hadn't seen my one friend in 6 years, so it was so random how that. Like I was just bored on the bus from Ko-Chang to here. And so I was like, I had to swipe on Tinder, and I was like, is that Luba, my friend? And I was like, so weird. I was like, no way. So I wrote him on Facebook. I was like, are you in Thailand right now? Like, in the middle of nowhere. And he was like, yeah, I'm in Thailand. And I was like, okay, well, that's crazy. And he was like, well, we'll come up and see you in Pattaya. And then, they got like a 5-star hotel, and like, it was just so nice to see them, really. And yeah, we had a nice, we went out in Pattaya. It was fun.
Well, let me tell him. Probably I will skip the Tinder part.
Yeah, just weird coincidence.
So I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah, no, it's just such a weird how it all happened.
เขาบอกว่าเขาดีใจมากเพราะว่าเพื่อนๆที่เขาไม่พบ6 ปีแล้ว So I just made it short and I say that you were very happy because it was your friend that you haven't seen for 6 years.
Yeah, and then we just spent a nice time together, and then then I came back and I was like a little bit hungover, and so I was trying to be mindful, but no, I did understand. I feel like I understand a lot more the spontaneous awareness, like not intentional. Like it felt like that was happening a lot more, like it was happening a lot more naturally.
Now that you came back?
Yeah.
More than before you left?
I think so. I'm not sure if it was kind of like I understood like that same day I left a bit more maybe, but yeah.
เขาบอกว่ามาเขากลับสำนักเขาเหนื่อยเพลียนิดหน่อยแต่ว่าเขาเห็นสติที่อาจารย์
into what I was doing.
เขาบอกว่าเขาเกิดเมื่ออะไรที่เขาทำเกิดได้เช่นกำลังกินข้าวก็เขาจะรู้ธรรมชาติอะไรที่ทำอยู่เช่น so you said like when you were eating you would know the flavors or something like that. Is that what you told me?
Well, first I noticed like that I was eating, and then I noticed like my hand, kind of all of it.
เขาเมื่อเขากินอยู่เขาจะรู้ตอนนี้กำลังกินอยู่เราจะเห็นมือตักอาหารหรืออะไรที่ต้องทำเพื่อกินแล้วจะเห็นรสของอาหารด้วย He says, "Oh, you're very good that you can know all of that." Very good.
Oh, thanks.
เขาบอกว่าขอบคุณ
ดีน่าจะอยู่ไปนานๆดีแล้ว
So the teacher said, "Oh, so in that case you can stay for a long time." And then Mr. Ko said, "Oh, she has no date yet. She has no date." No day when she's going. How do you say that?
Like leaving date.
Yeah, leaving day. She has. Yeah.
แล้วออกไปข้างนอกมีได้ไหมไปหาเพื่อน
And when you were outside, when you went to see your friends, did you have some of this kind of observation, attention also?
I did before we went out. Obviously.
เขามีอยู่บ้างก่อนไปเที่ยว
ฝึกให้ชำนาญจนออกไปเที่ยวแล้วก็รู้ได้
ไปเที่ยวก็รู้ได้ด้วยใช่ไหม He says that if you have trained yourself already to a point when you are experienced with it, then also when you go out with your friends, you can have mindfulness arise.
So there's more to achieve. Yeah, and I guess also like whenever things came up that are not that nice, it was also like a little bit easier to maybe just observe or like when I get distracted or my mind starts like wandering, that it also is like a little bit just like he was saying, just to observe that and not like think that it's good or bad or go into the thoughts and da-da-da.
Oh, I see. So you're saying that when you see your mind wandering, you just observe it instead of rejecting it or something like that, right? That's what you said. Yeah. แล้วเขาก็ว่าเมื่อเขาเห็นจิตใจฟุ้งเขาตอนนี้เขาเห็นเขาเฉยๆเขาไม่ปฏิเสธครับ
ก็ดียอมรับ
He says that's good that you're accepting the mind or the thinking.
ธรรมชาติเป็นอย่างนั้นเอง
He says that that's just nature, that's just natural. It's a natural phenomenon.
ให้เรียนรู้เขาทุกอารมณ์ทุกทวารแล้วแต่จะรู้ได้
He says that we observe every object that arises through any of the 6 sense doors. Whatever object we are able to know. What he means with this phrase, whatever object that you're able to know, that means that you're not trying to go and look for the objects in every sense door, right? It's just whatever object happens, and if there's mindfulness, then you are knowing it, right? Yeah.
มาคุยกับคุณซีโมนี่ดูบ้างเมื่อวันซืนที่คุยไปแล้วเป็นยังไงบ้าง
So he wants to talk with Simone, and he says that after the day before yesterday when we talked, how was it?
It's really hard to say. It's really hard to say it's getting better or worse because sometimes spontaneously I understand when my thoughts arise. I'm knowing, and I can refrain and can stop my thoughts. But
can you tell me that again? When your thoughts arise, what?
Yeah, just spontaneously. Sometime I start to know I'm thinking, so just my thoughts fade.
Oh, I see.
And that a few times happens spontaneously, but most of the time, when my thoughts arise, I'm the one who stop them like for purpose.
Oh,
so yeah,
in purpose. Yeah,
not like automatically.
Okay.
Or
let me tell about that first.
Yeah.
เขาว่าเขาไม่รู้ปฏิบัติดีขึ้น
คุยเรื่องที่เขาเป็นอยู่จริงๆดีกว่าที่วันก่อนโน้นที่เขามีโฟกัสที่มีเจตนาตั้งใจจะดูตรงนั้นแล้วเขายังมีไหมหรือเขาเลิกไปแล้ว
He says that it will be best to talk about what your experience here is actually like the other day when you were talking that you were having ijatana like ijatana chadu chama that you were having This the intention that day when you said that you were having the intention to observe all the time, that you were putting all this effort to be mindful all day long. So the teacher says that it will be better if you talk about that.
Okay, yeah, because just for when you're here, you have like a lot of time to think about it, and this kind of question came up in my mind yesterday, and it's like I got that point. It's like step by step. I was thinking, and then it's like sometimes you cannot control your mind.
Yeah.
You cannot be 24 hours just knowing and just make your thoughts fade and say, okay, is for that. So in the end, I end up this kind of question. But okay,
I kind of have questions about like Buddhism as well, but
I'm willing to follow what he said.
เขาบอกว่าเขาเห็นด้วยที่อาจารย์บอกแต่ว่าเขาบอกว่าก็ทีนี้เขามีเวลาว่างมากแล้วบางครั้งเขามีความคิดแบบนี้เกิดขึ้นเขาพยายามให้ความคิดนั้นออกไปตลอดเวลาก็ไม่ได้
ก็ไม่ต้องทำแบบนั้นอย่าไปคิดจะให้เขาไป
He says
ไม่ชอบเขา
He says that you don't have to do it that way, like to think that you have to have the thoughts go away or disappear. That's not understanding correctly what he has said.
ให้เข้าใจว่ากิเลสตัณหามันเป็นเหมือนเพื่อนเรามีตั้งแต่เกิดแล้วจะไล่แหมไปไหนคิดนึกปรุงแต่งปรุงแต่งก็เพื่อนเราจะไล่เพื่อนไปไหนเราให้ทำความคุ้นเคยรู้จักกับเพื่อนเอาไว้
So he says that you have to understand that that desire it's like a very close friend to us. It has been with us all our lives. So how can you just suddenly push it away? He says that all this thinking and all this wandering mind is something that you have to become familiar with. You have to understand it, not push it away.
But if I can be more clear, sometimes it's not just our mind, also our body is sometimes more strong than our mind. For example, if someone calls us now and will say, oh, your dad is in the hospital or something bad happened, so the pain that we feel is not in our mind, but in our stomach. That means the mind is deeply related to our body, our stomach. Also for the chakra, the energy.
Right. Well, this word that I'm translating like mind right now, in Thai, you use the same word for mind and heart. So actually, if I will translate correctly, I will have to say mind and heart. You should listen to your mind and heart, or you should not push away the thoughts from your mind and heart. But anyways, thinking is just the thinking.
Yeah.
It's just one part of the mind heart.
And for that, there are some desire. Some desire could be physically, like for someone, it's really important, have a nice meal, or for someone else have like a close friends, or for someone make love with their girlfriends, or someone sex. So sometimes it's not really easy to close in the box and just keep them there. So I understand desire is part of our life, is our friend, but how you can just reduce the desire with your mind when sometimes it's not related with your mind.
But he never said that you have to reduce it, did he? He says you have to understand it.
But the desire is one of the, how can I say?
You want to say instinct? Is that the word you're looking for?
Desire, illusion, all these kind of things that make our life worse.
Worst?
Worst.
Worst?
Yeah, it's like from for karma. It's like, there are physical, verbal, and mentally, it's like karmic action.
Yeah.
So desire is one of them. So just it's a bad action for our karma.
Well, desire is not one of these three things. Desire is what can be behind mental action, what can be behind verbal action, and what can be behind physical action. You can do physical acts that are pushed by desire, or that they are pushed by anger, or that they are motivated by wisdom, or that they are motivated by ignorance. Desire is a mental state, so that which is behind your verbal, physical, or mental
I cannot
actions.
understand, because basically, if my desire is,
my desire is to get one bag, like to buy a bag like this.
Yeah,
right?
maybe you have no money and you will steal. So steal is one of them for the bad
one of them what?
Karmic action. So, but you steal.
It's a karmic action which is motivated by desire.
Yeah, it's that. It's like, so desire is the first problem.
It's the first problem,
from
yeah.
Desire, just everything started.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for that reason I said it's not really easy to reduce the desire, because that is
No, it's not easy. That's what he's saying, that it's not easy, because desire is all we know. It's our very close friends which has been together with us all our life. That's all we know. We only know how to act through desire. We don't know any other way. So that's why he says it's important that we come and understand and familiarize with that desire, to see why it arises, when it arises, how do you feel when it has arisen. All the dynamics of desire we have to come and understand. You cannot push it away. That's what he said. Because when you have all this thinking, all this thinking is motivated by desire, and also the desire to not have it. Right? So that's why he's saying that you should not push it away. You should understand. You should see it. Am I clear?
Yeah.
ผมอธิบายเรื่องกิเลสตัณหาเขายังไม่ชัดตอนนี้เขาเข้าใจ เพราะว่าอาจารย์เมื่อกี้อาจารย์บอกว่ากิเลสตัณหาก็เป็นเพื่อนแล้วต้องเข้าใจเขาก่อนเช่นต้องเข้าใจฝูงเพราะว่าอาจารย์เพราะว่าฝูงก็ที่ฝูงก็มีตัณหาเป็นเหตุไหมครับมีใช่ไหมใช่ถูกต้องผมอธิบายแบบนั้น
แต่โมหะเป็นประธาน
ครับ
อุทธัจจะสัมปยุตกับโมหะ
ครับ
เพื่อนซีมีประจำ
So he says that all our wandering mind, all our thinking mind is the cause is desire, right? But desire is always associated with ignorance, because this means that in order for desire to arise, you have to see things not the way they are. You have to be ignorant, because in the moment that you see things clear as they are, desire does not arise. That's what it means. So that's why desire always works together with ignorance, or with ignorance here. Ignorance doesn't mean like you don't know the year of the French Revolution or something like that. Ignorance means that you don't understand clearly what is happening right now in the moment. You see it in a distorted way. So that's why desire arises. Desire to see, desire to hear, desire to taste.
จิตที่ฟุ้งมันเป็นนามธรรมเป็นอารมณ์ของวิปัสสนา
He says that the mind, the wandering mind, is a mental phenomena, which means that it's something real, which is actually happening. And that's why it's an object for the development of mindfulness. It's an object that, if you understand it correctly, you can understand things as they are. So that's why we don't push it away, because it's an object from which wisdom can arise. Yeah.
อะไรแห่เขาไม่ชอบเขาก็จะไม่รู้จักเขา
He says that whenever you have aversion, if you have aversion to that wandering mind, then the opportunity to understand it cannot arise.
ทุกอย่างเป็นอารมณ์ของวิปัสสนาทั้งนั้นไม่ต้องไปปฏิเสธ
He says all mental and physical objects or phenomena are objects of vipassana. Vipassana is what vipassana is a kind of wisdom that knows things as they are, and this wisdom arises when mindfulness is developed, right? So we develop this mindfulness through paying attention to all these real, what we call real things, which are mental and physical phenomena, which are actually happening in the present, right?
But that is, now it's like I cannot understand how I should act the right behavior. Sorry if I come up with example.
No, ask.
My English maybe is not really brilliant.
Yeah.
And I need to make example.
Yeah, sure.
Before we said, if my thoughts come in the mind, I should not have aversion, nothing. I just should be something spontaneous, something to knowing, and it's like be really something automatically. So something I know.
What do you mean automatically here?
Something should come up spontaneously. It's like my thought come and my thought just fade without struggle. Like I try Monday or Tuesday. Okay, something just come from inside.
Well, just let me tell you what the instruction actually is. The instruction is that the instruction is that you don't try to become aware of your thoughts in order to push them away. The instruction is that when you know because you are thinking, right now I'm thinking, so I'm not knowing anything. But there comes a moment when I know that I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So that moment that I'm knowing that I'm thinking, that moment I'm not thinking anymore because I'm knowing.
Yeah,
So in that moment, the thinking is not there anymore. It disappeared by itself already. You didn't have to do any effort.
Oh, that's the point. It's like if I don't do any effort. Okay.
Yeah, it may arise again the next moment.
No. My question was that. It's like in this case, I must not do any effort. But for example, if it's like in the beach and I'm surfing, everything is about desire. So I see a beautiful girl and I start to talk with her, hang out with her all night long. The day after, I go for a surf again. I see another girl and I start to be attracted. That is a desire. So it's not really good things. So if about thought, I must not pay effort. How I can dealing with this kind of situation? So if it just let me go, I will hang out with a different girl every different night. But at that point, I should change my behavior, and I should force myself to say, okay, Simon, that is not really good things.
Well,
and I don't understand why in the real life I must stop myself about that is not happening with the thoughts.
Yeah, but that's why you come here, because here is an environment in which it's not real life.
Yeah,
so here you're not engaging, you're not surfing, there are no girls walking around. If there are girls walking around, well, you just see them and then you forget about, because you have to go back to your room anyways.
For that reason, Rodrigo, I'm here, because I belong to the outside world, and really soon I will be related with my colleague, with my family, with my friend, and all this environment. For that reason, I'm just asking so many things, because really soon I will be there.
Of course, yeah. You know? But what I mean is that here is the right environment in order to train mindfulness, because you don't have to deal with functional things. Here is you just have to deal with the necessary things that your body needs every day, right? So you don't have to be thinking, so when you go out, it will be something else. You can apply some of the mindfulness that you learn here about, or you cannot. Those are just...
I would you like learn something here and take with me all my life outside. And for that was the question, like for my mind I will not be effort, but in the real life. And
so your question, I will ask the teacher, your question is that...
The question about my mind.
Here the teacher says that you need no effort, right? But in real life you need effort in order not, let's say, in order not to become a drug addict, for example.
Or like Alex make me drive insane, but I shouldn't be react to him.
You should not kill him.
I shouldn't kill him. I shouldn't touch him.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like I have to pay effort in the real life, but how come not in my mind? When my mind is driving me outside, it's like my mind is the master of me.
Okay. Yeah, I will ask the question. I understand your question very good. Yeah.
Sorry.
No. Please ask as much as you want. Don't feel sorry about it. You need to ask a lot. Is very good. It's the only way you can actually develop understanding. Yeah. ถ้าไม่เขาว่าถ้าไม่มีความเพียรก็จะตามความอยากตลอดอะไรที่ความอยากต้องการก็ไปตามเขา
แต่จริงความเพียรที่ตามเข้าไปตัวนั้นก็มีเพียรตามเข้าไปเพียรด้วยโลภะเพียรด้วยโทสะตรงนั้นนะไอ้ตรงนั้นก็พยายามความเพียรมีมากแต่เพียรไปเพื่ออกุศลแต่เพียรในที่นี้ก็ไม่ใช่เพียรเพื่อจะไปทำอะไรมันต่างกันเยอะมันไม่ต้องเพียรแบบนั้นไม่ต้องทำแบบนั้นขณะที่รู้แล้วไม่ทำอะไรกับเขาตรงนี้เขามีแล้วความเพียรเขาก็มีสติเขาก็มีเพียรในที่นี้เพียรมีสติและเล็กรู้ศีลเขาก็มีอิริโอตตัปปะก็มีสติก็มีเพียรตัวนี้ไม่ใช่ไปทำอะไรให้ขึ้นมาเป็นพิเศษนะคือความเพียรมันมีทั้งเพียรผิดก็ได้เพียรถูกก็ได้
แล้วอธิบายยังไงทำไมที่เมื่อปฏิบัติไม่ต้องมีแล้วเมื่อไปอยู่ข้าง
เพียรพยายามไปร่วมกับโลภะเป็นอกุศลตรงนั้นไม่ต้องทำแต่เพียรในที่นี้เป็นไปร่วมกับกุศลสติปัญญาเพียรมีสติเพียรมีความรู้สึกตัวไม่ใช่เพียรทำอย่างอื่น
ครับ
ถ้าเพียรเพื่อจะทำจะดูจะเพ่งจะกำหนดตัวนั้นเพียรเพื่อไปกับโลภะ
He says that effort can be related or associated to greed or to desire and other mental defilements like anger or ignorance, right? Like for example, when you're putting effort in order to put your thoughts aside, that means that this effort is related to desire, right? The desire to push your thoughts away, right? Or we could also say that it's related to anger or to aversion, right? This effort is related to aversion because you don't like this thinking, right? So he says that the effort that you use in order for correct mindfulness to arise is an effort which is not. There is effort, he says. There is effort, but it's an effort which is not related either to desire nor to anger, right? So he says that in the moment that you're knowing, in that moment there's already effort there, but it's not the effort that is motivated by the in Western terms we could say the ego, right? So for mindfulness, for correct mindfulness to arise, it has to be like a pure effort. Pure in the sense of purity, like not tainted by desire or anger, right?
ขณะที่มีสติความเพียรก็มีแล้วไม่ต้องพยายามทำเพิ่ม
He says that in the moment that you have mindfulness, that mindfulness can only arise with effort. Effort is included there in every moment of mindfulness. But it's not an effort which you have to create or which you have to try or add or make something extra. It just arises by itself in every moment of mindfulness.
ความเพียรตัวที่รู้มีสติตัวเนี้ยเขาไม่ได้ออกหน้าเขาไม่ชัดเจนอะไรหรอกแต่เวลามีสติเวลานั้นนะเขามีความเพียรแล้ว
He says that this effort is not something obvious or is not something that you can see clearly, but it's something that is like a mental factor which is included in every moment of mindfulness.
เขากำลังขยับอย่างเงี้ยถ้าเขารู้ความเพียรก็มีสติก็มี
He says that, for example, now that you were moving your body like that to scratch your leg, he says that if in that moment you have mindfulness, then there is also effort there included in that moment of mindfulness.
ความเพียรตัวนี้ไม่ต้องใช้ความพยายาม
He says that this kind of effort is an effort that arises without any trying.
ไม่ต้องตั้งใจ
It's an effort that arises with. You don't have to have the intention for it to
อย่างคน
arise.
เฮนรี่กำลังขยับถ้าเขารู้ตรงนั้นความเพียรกับสติเขาก็มี
Like right now that Ellie right now was also moving her body. He says that if she was mindful of the movement, then at that moment there will also be effort. อะไรนะครับ
รู้ก็ต่างกับไม่รู้ไม่ได้มีความพยายามอะไร
He says it's just knowing as being mindful and not being mindful. Like this, being mindful is different from not being mindful. That's all there is. He means that's all what the practice is about. It's either you are mindful. If you are mindful, that means that you are not mindful. Or if you are not mindful, that means that you are not being mindful. That's all there is. We can resume the practice just into those two things, right?
อย่างที่เขาขยับเขาเปลี่ยนเขาแก้ทุกข์อยู่เนี่ยเขาก็ไม่ได้มีความพยายามไม่คิดว่าจะดูอย่างมือที่เขาขยับอย่างเงี้ยเขาก็ไม่ได้พยายามจะดูไม่พยายามที่จะรู้ความพยายามตัวนั้นไม่มีแต่เขาก็ทำแบบนี้แล้วก็รู้ก็ไม่มีความพยายามต้องการจะรู้ต่างกันรู้กับไม่รู้เท่านั้นเอง
He says that, for example, now you move your hands, you put your hands on the table. He says that there was no effort, no trying to know, to be aware of that, right? So, อะไรนะเขาขยับมือแล้วไม่ได้พยายามจะรู้
เขาก็ทำอยู่แล้วอย่างเงี้ยแล้วก็ต่อมาเขาก็รู้เวลามีสติระลึกรู้ตัวนี้ก็ไม่ได้ตั้งใจหรือพยายามจะให้รู้
So yeah, he says that you move your hand, you put your hands there, and there was no intention. ต่อมาคือแปลว่าเมื่อมาฟังสนทนาทำแล้วก็อาจจะรู้ก็ได้หรือยังไงครับ
ต่างกับที่เขาไม่รู้แล้วก็รู้นั่นแหละ
แต่ทำไมต่อมาจะรู้
เวลารู้ตอนหลังเนี่ยมันมีสติไม่ได้พยายามจะให้รู้เหมือนกับที่เขาไม่รู้เขาก็ไม่ได้มีความพยายาม
ความพยายาม
เขารู้มีสติระลึกรู้เขาก็ไม่ได้มีความพยายามไม่ได้ตั้งใจว่าจะให้รู้ต่างกันที่ไม่รู้แล้วก็รู้แค่นั้นเองไม่มีความพยายามตั้งใจจะให้รู้หรือไม่มีความพยายามจะไม่ให้รู้ความรู้สึกเหมือนกันแบบนั้น
ความพยายามไม่ให้รู้เข้าใจ
ไม่รู้
เข้าใจ Now I understood it's because it's like almost like a play of words. He says that when you move your hands here, there was no effort. You were not aware, right? But there was no effort. There was any effort not. There was not an effort not to be aware, right? You understand what I mean? Do you understand what I mean?
อย่างคุณอเล็กขยับอย่างเงี้ยอย่างคุณเฮนรี่ขยับอย่างเงี้ยต่างกับที่เขาทำแล้วเขาก็ไม่รู้แล้วคุณโรตีก็ทำอย่างเงี้ยแล้วต่อมาก็รู้ไม่มีความพยายามอะไร
แต่ทำไมจะรู้เหมือนอาจารย์บอกก็จะรู้
ก็รู้ต่างกับที่เขาไม่รู้
So he says that when you're moving your hands like that and you're not knowing, there's no effort not to know, right? So it's the same when you know. There has not to be the effort to know. You just know it.
ทำด้วยความเคยชินก็ไม่รู้
He says normally we're always doing it with automatically, right? Without knowing it, without awareness.
ต่อมาทำไมเขาจึงรู้ล่ะ
ทำไมครับ
เพราะเขามีสติเขาก็จะระลึกรู้
แต่ทำไมต่อมาจะมีสติแต่เมื่อ
ต่าง
ก่อน
กับที่เขาไม่รู้เมื่อก่อนเขาเคยชินทำได้ทุกเรื่องไม่เคยรู้ แต่ต่อมามีสติเขาก็จะระลึกรู้
แต่อะไรเป็นเหตุที่ให้มีสติแล้ว
ก็ได้จากการฟัง
อย่างการฟังใช่ So he says that before we were doing everything automatically, right? But now we can do it with mindfulness. So I asked him, so what is the cause then for mindfulness to arise? Because if we have always done everything automatically, why is it that suddenly mindfulness arises, right? And he says, that's because you have new information in your mind now. I mean, by listening to the talks, you have new information which is pointing out to certain things which you were not aware before, and that is a factor, is a cause that can make mindfulness arise from now on, right? But once you have the information there, you don't need to go and make the effort. It can just happen. It just comes out by itself because information is there. You know? Yeah? Do you understand that? I think that was a very nice, good example when he said that we moved the hands without knowing, without awareness, but there was no effort not to be aware. I think we can think about that, and it can give us some insight. Yeah.
อย่างคุณเฮนรี่เขาก็เปลี่ยนอิริยาบถใหม่อยู่เรื่อยขยับอยู่เรื่อย
He says that Kuneli is changing to a new posture all the time.
รู้บ้างไหม
He says เขาเมื่อย
รู้ไหมถามว่ารู้
He said, are you being aware?
รู้ได้บ้างไหม
They're moving all the time, yeah.
เขารู้เขาขยับบ่อย
ต้องตั้งใจไหม
It's like
Do you have
stuff is hurting all the time.
do you have intention to know it?
มันต้อง
To
เห็น
be
แบบเนี้ย
aware?
เราไม่มีความตั้งใจอะไร
He says that that's how we should be aware with no
เราทำด้วยความเคยชิน
determination, with no effort, with no
ทำด้วย
intention.
ความเคยชินเราจะไม่รู้ แต่ต่อมาพอมีสติเขาจึงระลึกรู้
He says we're doing it automatically without being aware, but now we can. It happens automatically, but awareness can go and know it. Right?
ไม่ได้ตั้งใจไม่มีเจตนาแต่ต้องดูต้องรู้อะไร
He says that there has to be no intention, no determination that we have to know, we have to be aware.
รู้แบบไม่ตั้งใจ
It's just knowing, becoming aware,
ทำอยู่แล้วทุกเรื่องตั้งแต่ตื่นจนหลับ
but with no intention. He says all these things we are doing them since the moment we wake up until the moment we go to bed.
มันควรจะรู้นะเพราะว่าทำอยู่แล้วแต่กลับไม่รู้
So he said, well, we ought to know, to be aware of some of them because they're happening all the time, right?
ยังไงถึงจะตื่นรู้ล่ะของมหาบุญมีต้องตื่นรู้ฉับพลันด้วย แต่เมื่อไหร่มารู้ต่างกับไม่รู้นั่นแหละตื่นรู้ฉับพลันได้แล้วทุกครั้งที่รู้โดยที่ไม่ตั้งใจก็ต่างกับที่เขาไม่รู้แล้วก็ทำต่อมาทำแล้วก็รู้นั่นแหละตื่นรู้แล้วเริ่มตื่นแล้วไม่นั้นมันหลับอยู่ไม่รู้เรื่อง
Yeah,
ทำด้วยความเคยชิน
he says he's talking about the title of a new book that a friend of his who is also a teacher, he just well, his new book just came out, right? And he talks a lot about this teacher too. And the title of the book is well, I'm still trying to find the right translation, but something like awake and aware spontaneously, or something like that, or awake and aware, or promptly aware and awake. I'm still looking. There are 3 words there that I have to put together, and I'm having a lot of problem with them. But anyways, what he means is that what he just said right now is that we have always been doing things automatically with not knowing, right? So in the moment that we start to have awareness, in that moment, that means that we have awoken to know what is there in the immediate moment, which that's what the title means. Kind of means like to awake and become aware of what is immediately there. That's where I'm trying to find a way to translating it smaller, right? But so he means that's what it means to become awake. We have always been sleeping. We have not been aware of what is happening right now, you know. So in the moment that you start to become aware of what is actually happening, that means that you're waking up.
คุณเฮนรี่กำลังง่วงอยากจะให้ไปเดินผ่อนคลายแก้ง่วง
ตอนนี้เหรอครับ He says that ตอนนี้ไปเดินรอบๆ
เดินได้
ไม่ใช่เดินที่นี่เป็นพรีเซนเตอร์ไม่ใช่
ก็ไปเดินแก้ง่วง
He says that you look a little bit sleepy. He sees that you're sleeping, so he says that you can go walk around, so that you can wake up. Yeah.
เปลี่ยนอารมณ์ ไปคุณอเล็กบ้างอเล็ก
It's your turn.
Alex.
You can turn. Well, we have 2. เขาบอกว่ากลับไปแก้ง่วนแล้วกลับก็ได้ใช่ไหม
ได้ที่เขาจะกลับเลย
Yeah, he says that you can just go walk a little bit in order to wake up a little bit, and then you can come back if you want. Yeah.
จริงอารมณ์ก็หายแล้ว
เขากลับเมื่อวาน
ไม่กลับเมื่อวานก่อน
เมื่อวานก่อน
แต่ดูแล้วเขาพักผ่อนไม่พอ
No, she came back the
เมื่อวานเขาก็มารอไม่รู้ว่าเขากลับมาแล้วตอนเช้าอาจารย์
He says she came the day before yesterday. She went away just for one day, and yesterday morning she came here and was waiting because she thought there was gonna be a.
She didn't know.
She didn't know, and he didn't know that she had come back. So now Alex ใช่ไหมครับคุยประสบการณ์เขา
ใช่เขา
Yeah, can you tell us about what you have experienced?
It's been very interesting.
เขาบอกว่าน่าสนใจมาก
For the first day, I obviously had a lack of understanding. So for me to know and how to know and be aware, I was reading all the books that you gave me, all the pages that you gave me, and not until the last one that I read with Joss that I could sort of understand. Like I could read it and understand, but I don't think I understood correctly. And I think because when I was reading Josh's one, I could relate to it, of like the thoughts that he was saying or the things that he was saying. I think I would have sort of said like similar questions or something like that. And so that made me relate to it more. And then we had the last interview that we had, obviously you were talking to Simone about knowing without any effort. So I was trying to know without any effort, but when my mind, the first days, it was wandering a lot, thinking about the past and the future and stuff like that. And I ended up I ended up basically silencing that and basically
what?
like me not thinking about the past and the future, more just being aware of what's right now, and not knowing, but not giving my information like that's a tree or that's a bird tweeting, but just knowing the information is coming in already, that I already know it, and that sort of silence, that sort of made me not think about the past and the future. Yeah.
เขาว่าก็ตอนแรกเขาไม่เข้าใจเท่าไหร่แต่ว่าเขาอ่านหนังสือที่เราตีให้แล้วเมื่อเขาอ่านสนทนาธรรมกับคุณจอร์จใช่ไหมอาจารย์จำได้ไหมเขาบอกว่าเขาชอบเพราะว่าเขามีความรู้สึกคล้ายๆเหมือนคุณจอร์จแล้วตอนแรกเขาพยายามเกี่ยวกับรู้โดยไม่มีเจตนาแต่ว่าเขายังมีความคิดไปอนาคตไปอดีตมีเยอะแต่เมื่อเขาso you said you were having a lot of thinking of the past and the future
and also even deep thoughts of the present. So I was just trying to just know it. Yeah, just trying to figure it out.
But you said that when you started listening at the birds and just knowing that you were listening, right?
So when I just used my senses without thinking, and I was gathering information already without thinking, I was gathering information because it does it automatically. That's when I felt like at peace, sort of not thinking of anything else.
Like for example, when hearing or seeing, or what kind of information?
Yes.
Which senses?
So when my senses, when I hear a bird tweet, I'm not thinking to myself, "Oh, a bird's tweeting." The information is already coming to my mind, so I already know it. So.
แต่เขาว่าเมื่อเขาได้ยินเขาไม่ไปคิดว่าอ๋อตัวนี้มีนกร้องเขาจะรู้อารมณ์อย่างเดียวโดยไม่ต้องคิดแล้วเมื่อเขาเป็นอย่างนั้นก็จิตใจก็สงบขึ้นไม่มีความคิดเยอะแยะแล้ว
คิดก็ไม่ห้ามเขา
Yeah, he says that thinking is not prohibited.
Yeah, okay. And that's when I realized just because being a lyricist and
being what?
A lyricist, like a musician, you tend to think a lot about the past and try to understand the past for the present. You try to understand the past in the present so it can sort of benefit the future. And I've always sort of, being a lyricist and a musician, like I've been in deep thought with those things, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted to learn Buddhism or meditation, so I could sort of stop all that deep thinking of the past and the future, and sort of just be aware of my surroundings and just knowing rather than so when the days when I did feel that way and I wasn't thinking about the past and the future, I thought I was on like the right path, but then I ended up reading last night the book I Know Everything But Myself, and I was reading on the defilements again, like the 3 defilements, and I realized that I was having a wrong understanding. Because I thought I was on the right path because I thought I wasn't thinking that much, but then I read it again and I realized that I was doing it wrong.
Why were you doing it wrong?
I was every time I felt like I was only moving to benefit myself. I was only thinking to feel comfortable with comfort rather than doing it because I was suffering rather.
Oh, you mean the movements?
The movements, yeah. Yeah. So when I was reading, I would try to stand still and not. So I won't move just to be comfortable. I would only move when it was like painful or suffering or something like that. And then before I was going to sleep, I still had that in my mind, and I was trying not to move and stuff with the pain. But then I realized that like I needed to know the pain and be aware of the pain, but not as like a negative thing. Just to be aware of it, and it sort of left. And then it made me also try to, when I would do another position, like I would sort of think which one would be sort of more comfortable, so then I wouldn't feel that sort of pain. But yeah.
Okay, I'll try to.
Yeah, so I should cut it up a little bit.
เขาว่าเมื่อวานเขาอ่านหนังสือที่ท่านอาจารย์เขียนไว้แล้วเขาเห็นว่าเขายังไม่เข้าใจการปฏิบัติเพราะว่าเขาอ่านเรื่องกิเลส3 อย่างแล้วอันนั้นก็ทำให้เขาเข้าใจว่าเมื่อเขาเปลี่ยนอิริยาบถเขายังเปลี่ยนเพราะว่าเขาหาความสบายไม่ใช่เขาเปลี่ยนเพื่อแก้ทุกข์เขาเปลี่ยนเพื่อหาความสบาย
ก็ให้เรียนรู้
So well of everything you said, I just translated what I thought it was the most important, or at least what I remembered. And that was that you said that after reading the book and after reading about the 3 defilements,
Yeah, just basically that.
you realized that you were changing your posture in order to look for a comfortable feeling, right? Instead of changing in order to relieve the suffering, right? And yeah, that's basically what I told him. And the teacher said, yeah, that's okay, but all you do here is you just know it, you just observe it, right? You just observe.
Yeah, and that's what I felt before I was sleeping, is that
I think that when he says you just know it or you just observe it, I think that what he implies in that is that you don't try to correct yourself, to fix yourself in order not to look for a comfortable feeling, right? He says that if that is happening, you just know it, right? You just become aware of it.
Yeah.
I think that's
what
what he
I got
means.
when you were talking about with Simone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
ถามความรู้สึกคุณเฮนรี่ก่อนเมื่อกี้ก่อนจะไปรู้สึกยังไงที่ง่วงแล้วง่วงหายไปยังไง
So he says he wants to ask a little bit about Haley's awareness. That now that you were feeling sleepy and now that you went out to walk a little bit,
เอาไมค์เข้าไปใกล้
it's off. You have to turn it on. That now that you went out walking, that what happened with the sleepiness? Did it disappear?
I feel less sleepy.
เขาตอนนี้เขารู้สึกง่วงลง
ก่อนที่จะไปเป็นยังไงความรู้สึก
and before leaving how were you feeling ก่อน
ที่จะลุกขึ้นไป
เมื่อยังอยู่ที่นี่ใช่ไหม
ใช่ก่อนไป
เขารู้สึกยังไง
ใช่แล้วไปแล้วหายง่วงยังไงความรู้สึกดีขึ้นเป็นยังไงไปถึงไหนถึงหาย
อะไรนะไปถึงไหนขึ้นไป
ถึงไหนแล้วที่หายง่วงความรู้สึกที่มันหายง่วง
So he says that well how were you feeling before going and once you left when did the sleepiness disappear or well just
Today.
Yeah, just right now. I mean, just whatever.
Yeah, first I was feeling very sleepy, and then I guess I got more energized, just walking, moving my body, and just kind of being outside and it woke me up.
Okay. เขาว่าใช่เมื่อเขานั่งที่นี่เขารู้สึกง่วงแต่เมื่อไปเดินแล้วการออกกำลังก็ให้เขามีกำลังมากขึ้นแล้วเห็นอารมณ์อย่างอื่นแล้วมีลมพัดก็ช่วย
นั่นต้องใช้ความพยายามไหมเพื่อจะให้มันหายง่วง
So do you have to use any effort for the sleepiness to disappear?
Like by going and walking?
เขาทำว่าพยายามเดินหรืออะไรนะครับ
พยายามจะให้มันหายง่วงมีไหม
He says were you trying or were you making an effort for the sleepiness to go away?
Actually, I was just walking around and went to the toilet and filled my water
and it disappeared by itself.
Right, yeah.
I think that's what he means with that
แล้ว
question.
น้ำชาต้องพยายามไหมของเขาน้ำชาใช่ไหม
น้ำเปล่า
ต้องพยายามไหมไปเอามา
พยายามไปเอามา
มีความพยายามไหมง่วงมีความพยายามจะให้หายไหม
เขาบอกว่าง่วงไม่มีความพยายามเพราะว่าเขาเดินไปข้างนอกไปเอาน้ำใหม่ที่ห้องครัว
ให้เขาไม่มีความพยายามแต่เขาทำอยู่แต่เขาไม่รู้แต่ต่อมาเขาทำแล้วเขารู้เราจะพูดถึงเรื่องความพยายามไม่ต้องใช้แบบนี้แต่เขารู้ได้เนี่ยที่เขาทำเนี่ยเขารู้ได้ไหม
He says that like right now that what you're doing right now can you know it? Are you aware of it?
The drinking.
เขารู้ดื่มน้ำ
นั่นน่ะต้องพยายามไหม
Do you have to make an effort? ไม่ต้อง
นั่นน่ะให้เรียนรู้แบบนี้
This is the way we observe, the way we know, the way we become aware.
แต่ถ้าพยายามหรือตั้งใจมันจะมีอะไรล่วงหน้าไปก่อนเดี๋ยวต้องดูต้องรู้
But if we are trying, then there has to be like something in advance, like the effort in advance, like the intention in advance, like I have to know, I have to see, I have to observe, I have to be aware.
คุยกันเรื่องพยายามที่คุณ
Simone
เขาเข้าใจพยายามแต่เขาเข้าใจเรื่องความไม่ต้องพยายามนี่ไหม
He says that Simone, do you understand a little bit now about what we mean without having to make an effort? เขาเข้าใจขึ้นดีกว่าเยอะ
I understand how, but I don't understand how I can make it.
เขา
I think maybe stop trying. I think stop trying.
If you stop trying, it's like you cannot make nothing with nothing.
I think that is the point, maybe.
No, it's like I should like listen more with my sense, like birds, sea, like what I feel. But if I stop everything, just stop.
I think you're meant to stop, but I don't know.
It's not really easy, Charlie. I think
Because you just
take
do
ages.
it, and then you notice what you're doing.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
it's really easy to say. With the words, it's easy, but make in the real life is hard.
เขาคุณซิโมเน่บอกว่าเขาเข้าใจแต่ว่าเข้าใจในที่นี่คืออย่างหนึ่งแล้วไปทำที่นู่นก็อีกอย่างหนึ่งแล้วคุณเฮลีบอกว่าก็ไม่ต้องพยายามอะไรหยุดพยายามเลยแล้วแต่ว่าคุณซิโมเน่บอกว่าก็ถ้าหยุดก็แล้วไม่ได้อะไรครับแต่เขายังไม่พูดถึงข้างนอกพูดถึงที่นี่เมื่อออกจากสนทนาธรรมแล้วทำยังไงเขายังไม่รู้จะทำยังไงแล้วคุณเฮลีบอกว่าก็ไม่ต้องทำอะไรต้องหยุดทำ
ปกติมันไม่รู้มันเคยชินแต่อีกอย่างมันไม่คุ้นเคยกับสติในการระลึกรู้มันจึงยากที่จะรู้เพราะมันเคยชินกับทุกเรื่องตรงนี้มันจึงไม่รู้
He says that we usually do everything automatically, which means we're doing it like in a habitual way, which means through habit. It's just habits that we have, and we are just doing them automatically, right? And we're still not familiar with awareness, right? So that's why it can be hard because we are so used to doing everything according to our habits and in an unconscious or automatic way. And we still don't understand really what awareness is. อาจารย์บอกว่าเราทำโดยค่อยชินตลอดใช่ไหมอันนี้เป็นเหตุแล้วยังไม่คุ้นกับสติ
ใช่แล้วก็อีกอย่างหนึ่งอย่างคุณซิโมนี่เคยทำพวกสมาธิมาก่อนไอ้ตัวนั้นก็เป็นเหตุที่ไม่ออกมารู้อารมณ์แบบนี้
And then he says there's one more cause and this one, and he says that one more cause is particularly about you because you have done these other kind of practices like meditation practices in which you have to make a lot of effort. You have to make the effort to focus just in one point and try to put all the thinking away. So you have trained your mind in this way. So this is already becoming a new habit for you. So that's why it's so hard. Now you have to get rid of that habit also, of that habit that you learn through meditation in one object.
คุณอเล็กรู้ได้บ้างไหมเช่นปวดเมื่อยหิวกระหายหนาวร้อนขยับมือขยับเท้าขยับหลังขยับเอวก็เคยรู้ได้บ้างไหม And
Alex, can you sometimes can you be aware of what's going on, like you're moving your hands or you're moving your arms or you're moving your body? Yeah, เขารู้บ้างครับ
ก็ค่อยๆศึกษาไปเพราะว่าเหตุที่รู้ไม่ได้ก็มีสองอย่างหนึ่งเคยชินกับการทำอะไรทุกอย่างทุกเรื่องสองเกิดจากเคยทำพวกสมาธิจิตรวมตัวนิ่งๆตัวนี้ก็ไม่ออกมารู้อารมณ์ข้างนอกเท่าที่ควร
Yeah, he says that there are two reasons why we cannot have awareness. One is because we do everything automatically. We do things according to our habits in our habitual ways, right? And and the second reason is because we have practiced concentration or meditation, meditation practices which have the purpose of making the mind still and making the mind peaceful and calm, and so that's can also be an obstacle. Yeah.
ในกรณีของคนที่ทำสมาธิมาก่อนต้องมาใส่ใจที่อารมณ์เช่นปวดเมื่อยหิวกระหายหนาวร้อนขยับมือขยับเท้าขยับหลังขยับเอวต้องมาใส่ใจที่อารมณ์ความรู้สึกถึงมาออกมารู้อารมณ์ตรงนี้
He just says right now something that you just said before, but I didn't translate, and now I remember that you said that. And he said that people who have practiced concentration, meditation before, that they should put attention to all the various objects, like have the awareness go out to the aching, to the hearing, to the try to diversify the mind or disintegrate the attention or the focus, right? And just go and pay attention to all the different things that are happening, the sounds, the sights, the aching, the heat, the cold.
That's what's happening now. It's because that's what the things that are happening now.
Yeah, and his mind is already trained, or it's already automatically just going to one object, focusing on one thing, and grabbing that thing. That's the habit. That's a very strong thing that people who meditate develop, right? Like people who meditate, they're just looking at this white point, and they're not even aware of the birds that are singing or people going by or whatever, right? Or maybe they're already having some aching in the leg, but they're not aware of that. They're just completely focused on one thing, right?